What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here, coming at you with Amazon Fire 7 2022 tips and tricks and hidden features. So stay tuned if you want to get the most out of your tablet. Now, the first thing I want to show you is how to remove animations on this device to speed it up a little bit. So for example, when you're pulling up an app, for a brief second, there's an animation that appears. And it's the same thing when you exit the app. Now, some people might prefer those animations, but if you do want the device to run faster, you can speed those up or get rid of them completely. So I'll show you how to do that right now. So you're going to pull down the shade, go to the gear icon, which will take us to the settings. Then from here, go down to device options. And then there's some information about the tablet right here. And I already did it here, but you're going to tap on the serial number 5 times, and you'll see a little pop-up that says developer mode. Then after doing that, developer mode will now be enabled, and you'll see right here, we now have developer options. So you're gonna go there and let that load, and then enable it and do okay. And then go down until you see animation settings. And you'll see it right here. So we have window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. So right now, all of these are set to 1x. Now you can either do 0.5x or turn them off completely. So I'll start by turning them off completely. And there we go. And then now, when navigating around the device, there are no animations at all. As you can see, everything appears immediately. So it does make the tablet a little bit faster compared to having those animations. Then heading back over to developer options, we can modify this again. So we can go back to the normal 1x. We could do kind of a middle ground at 0.5x. So we'll try that right now. So we still do get some animations, but they are a lot faster. And if you want to, you can even try it at 10x, which is the slowest speed. And you can see all of these animations are going very slowly. So this certainly is not practical when using the device, but you can see here, this is how the animations are at their slowest level. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to change some keyboard settings on this tablet. So what you're going to do first is pull down the shade, go to the settings, then from here, go to search, type in keyboard, and you'll see right there, keyboard and language, go there, then go there again, and then from here, you can go to current keyboard settings, and then there's a bunch of different options here. These are already enabled by default, but this one down here, sound on key press, is not enabled by default. And in addition to that, we have an option for split keyboard. So if you want to split the keyboard to make it a little bit easier to type on, you do have that ability, but we're going to enable sound on key press and give that a try. And then I'm going to go over to this notes app. This is a test. And as you can see, the keyboard does make sound now when you type on the keys. So pretty awesome. And then heading back here, this is how things are without the keyboard sounds. As you can see, it doesn't make any sound at all. Now with this tablet, there's a pretty awesome feature called Find Your Tablet. So that's very similar to Find My iPhone, if you have an iPhone, for example. But what's interesting is that feature is not enabled by default. So I definitely recommend enabling it so that if you happen to lose your tablet, you'll have a higher chance of relocating it. So to enable this, we're going to pull down the shade, go to the settings, go to search, and then you're going to type in find, and you'll see it right there, find your tablet. And then as you can see, it is not enabled by default, so I'll enable that right now. And then now, if I happen to lose the tablet, I'll be able to remotely locate it. Now with the Fire 7 2022, you should expect to get some pretty decent battery life. However, there are some different things in the battery settings that I do want to show you, including battery saver. So we'll pull down the shade here, go to the settings, go to search, type in battery, and we'll go here. And you can see we have a lot of different options. So we have some information such as screen usage since the last full charge, but you can see here under maximize battery life, we have low power mode, so I'll enable that. And essentially, it'll optimize your device's display to conserve power. And this mode turns off automatically when your Fire is charging. You can see by default, this mode does turn on at 20%. However, if you know that you have a long day ahead of you and you won't have a chance to recharge the tablet, then you might want to enable this from the beginning. There's also some other options here, so automatic smart suspend. It'll automatically turn off wireless connectivity when you're not using your Fire tablet. So that is enabled by default. That's pretty awesome. It looks like we can also set a schedule for that too, if that's something that you find yourself wanting to do on a consistent basis. Then under the advanced area, we have display settings, wireless settings, Bluetooth settings, and location settings. So you can disable some of these if you want to also further prolong your battery life. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to take a screenshot with the Amazon Fire 7 2022. Now there are two different methods to do this. Now the first method is to hold down the power button and volume down for about a second. So let's do that right now. And there we go, we took the screenshot. Then from there we can share, edit, or just delete it. But the other method is to go to your recent apps button, and then it does have to be with an app that you have in your recent apps. But let's say we want to screenshot this menu here. All you have to do is tap on screenshot and it creates the screenshot. So that's pretty cool. I'll swipe over to that Notes app and take a screenshot as well. And there we go, just took the screenshot. So that's another method to do it. So those are two different ways to take a screenshot with this tablet. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to change your name on the device. So when pulling down the notification shade, you might notice here that the name of the tablet is up there. So this one is Kevin's Second Fire, but I want to change that. So we're going to go to the settings, go to search, type in name, and you'll see right there, change your device's name. And there it is, go there. And then now I can simply update that. So I'll do Kevin Breeze Fire Tablet 2022 and save that. And now the name's being updated. And then now when I pull down the shade, you can see here, I have the new name up there. And unfortunately, there's not really enough space for the entire name. Now keep in mind that does take about 10 seconds to update. So if it doesn't update immediately, don't be concerned. Now moving on, I want to show you some different display settings. I mean, the display is definitely very important considering that this is a tablet. So we'll pull down the shade here, go to the settings. Then from here, we're just going to go right over to display. And there's a few things. So the first one is the brightness level. So you can adjust that, of course. We also have dark theme. So if you want to enable that, you can. I'll turn that on right now. As you can see as well, there is the ability to schedule dark theme. And really the default look of the operating system kind of already is dark theme. So keep that in mind. So due to that, you're not really going to notice any immediate changes. However, there are certain apps where if the system is set to dark theme, the app will also switch over to dark theme as well. So that's pretty much where this will come in handy. But again, by default, the whole operating system kind of already is in dark theme. Now next up, I want to show you something called blue shade. So when you go here, it will tint your screen amber. So this is definitely better towards the later portions of the day so that you don't have to see a bunch of blue light. So I'll turn that on right now. And as you can see, the screen is tinted a little bit. And then you can adjust the intensity if you want to as well. And then you can see that does carry over to the entire operating system. So the entire operating system now kind of gets rid of the blue light. And then also in this area, we have options for wallpaper, screen timeout. I did set that to 30 minutes since I'm making a lot of videos about this tablet, but you can kind of try different screen timeout times. Maybe you feel like the screen is timing out too soon, then you might want to adjust the time a little bit further out. Or if you want the screen to turn off faster, you can also do it up to 15 seconds. We also have font size. So if you want to adjust that, you can make the font really big. And now with that enabled, we'll go back home here and you can see everything is a lot larger and kind of easier to read. However, it does cut off a lot of the text for many of the apps. But this concludes my video on tips and tricks for the Amazon Fire 7 2022. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. But this is Kevin here. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and have a great rest of your day.